real quick, just a real shout out to all the comics here. Give it up for them. It takes a lot of courage and liquor to get up here and do what we do. All the comics you'll see tonight. And especially for you guys, because you had the map quest to come here and find a fucking parking, which was impossible. Then the map quest to get into the building, then pay $10 plus a 2-item minimum and sit quietly for an hour and a half. So you guys are my heroes, and thank you. I'll clap for you guys. Thank you. I'm going to start my ads by saying, I am strongly opposed to abortion. I believe it is murder. And that being said, I'm currently dating a serial killer. I'm always so tentative when I come up on stage, and I go, always do rape and abortion first to kind of gauge the crowd, test the waters, and if you guys respond well like this, it's going to be an amazing night. And if it's just stares, it's going to be real awkward for 4 minutes. Let's talk about something more relatable. Let's talk about drugs. Who here does drugs? This, right here. This side of the room, Tio especially. I smoke weed. It's like on and off. I don't, yeah. Yes, yeah. But it's like on and off. It's not like a habit. And smoking weed makes you see things that normally aren't there. Not like acid, but like parallels. Like, to me, weed and masturbation have become two sides of the same coin where, like, I'm always hungry and tired right afterwards. And I feel like a complete piece of shit, too. I always have this crippling paranoia that I'm always going to get caught in public. And if we're being honest, as I think we should be up here, I much prefer both activities in a group. Yeah. No, that's not my vice. Smoking, like nicotine, that is my vice. And I've been smoking on and off for 13 years, and I can't kick the habit. And I have friends who smoked 6, 7 years, and they just quit out of the blue. And I go, what's your secret? And every single one of them, the patch. Try the patch. And I have. And it's been 6 days without a cigarette, and I feel great. Yeah. Morphine is the shit. That shit will make you quit anything. The patch wore off. I did this bit about a year ago, and the gist of the bit was me verbally molesting my nephew. And the whole thing around it was just him coming home hungry, wants something to eat. He asked for a hot dog. Fine. I make said hot dog. And immediately he pushes it away and demands for chicken nuggets. Now, do I take my belt off and whip him like a Vic dog? No. I take the psychological route, and I fuck with him. It's me time. It's my time to have fun. And to the outside ear, it sounds like I'm trying to force fellatio on him, but it's just clever wordplay. And then I end the bit was like, I ate the hot dog, we watch a regular show together, good night. And then I walk off stage. And the comedian that was hosting that night was so offended. He was like, it is never okay to joke about kid fucking. Don't ever even toy with the nephew. Tickle me nephew. That is just sick, sir. It's vile and unacceptable. Mind you, he was doing racist shit 10 minutes prior. Black people do this, white people do that. As a comedian, you should never draw a line in the sand. You should never mark a thing. It should be all or nothing. Let the audience decide what is funny and what's not. Don't have some fucking cork board in your room going, gang violence? Hysterical. I can't get enough of it. Airplane crashes? Unforgivable. Never speak about engine failure in a positive or humorous manner. That is just gross. And so, needless to say, I was offended that he was offended. And so, I got to work with him a couple months later. And so what I did was I upped the ante. I went all in. I changed the ending of that bit by saying, that last thing I just said is much more believable if you've ever seen or met my nephew, because he is so fuckable. I mean, this kid is like the Farrah Fawcett red swimsuit models hanging up in Catholic priest's office. And look, it's not little Jimmy's fault that he was hit in the face with a hot rake when he was 4, but Father McBurney needs to come. The hymns are dying down, and he needs to spread the word of the Lord. So what does he do? He looks at my nephew and just... I know some of you are kind of tentative on chuckling right now, or even smirking. And I get it. I know it's a touchy subject, but just look. I was molested at a very young age, and I find it therapeutic for me to come up here and talk about it and joke about it. It's one of my coping mechanisms, and So they got deep. Let me pull it back. I was molested, but it was by the ghost of Cesar Chavez, so it's not that big of a deal. Come to think about it, I don't know why, but my uncle always gave himself crazy nicknames. Good night.